When John and Chantal tried to charge their electric car, council threatened to charge them. The couple facing a fine because, like a lot of Australians, they don't have a driveway.
It's not easy being green.
It's illegal for me to charge my car. That seems crazy.
Just ask John and Chantal. This is a letter. What's it saying?
In a nutshell, it's saying that next time I do it, I'll be charged $330.
They were forced to MacGyver a charging system for their clean green Tesla because they have no off-street parking.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Parts Talk. We're going to get straight into this because Volkswagen as well as Stellantis dealers are facing significant challenges due to a sharp drop in demand for high-end electric vehicles, particularly impacting their luxury brands, especially Audi by Volkswagen. And the potential closure of Audi's Brussels site highlights the broader issues within the company and the EV market overall. Now, after investing heavily in EV technology and capacity, Volkswagen's forecast for operating returns has been lowered from 7 to 7.5% to 6.5 to 7%. And this has affected the parent company, Porsche SE's earnings forecast as well. And the Brussels site, which produced around 50,000 cars last year, is under scrutiny due to structured challenges, high logistic cost, and decline in demand for the Audi Q8 e-tron. Now, unplanned expenses and operational disruptions have further strained Volkswagen's profits, and it's like been there, done that. And we're not really here to beat upon VW. We try to warn them. We try to tell them that wait another 10 years until the technology is better, when your research and development has proven to be viable, and try to make as much money now on the cars that are in demand. Try to offer more affordable cars for the mass of people who obviously they fall within the range income earning. But instead, maybe VW and all the other legacy automakers may want to take a look at this feature, and you will see what we're talking about. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. So let's get into this particular feature from the land down under.
When John and Chantal tried to charge their electric car, council threatened to charge them. The couple facing a fine because, like a lot of Australians, they don't have a driveway.
It's not easy being green.
It's illegal for me to charge my car. That seems crazy.
Just ask John and Chantal. This is a letter. What's it saying?
In a nutshell, it's saying that next time I do it, I'll be charged $330.
They were forced to MacGyver a charging system for their clean green Tesla because they have no off-street parking.
We were laying the cable across the footpath. We were then covering the cable with a trip hazard protector.
Problem solved until the North Sydney.
Well, take a look at this, because this is what most major cities, especially the older ones, the ones that are not more modern with all the new condominiums and luxury apartment complexes that are going up. Most communities in major cities actually look like this one, and this is what we're basically going to experience. Take a deep, strong, hard look at what these people are going through, because even me, from my personal experience and my living arrangement right now, it is just like this. And this is what most of our leaders don't understand, the ones who are broad brushing the policies across great lengths to get us into electric vehicles. We have to look at the infrastructure, the current infrastructure. Let's continue.
The council got involved and gave John and Chantal's setup a red light, labelling it unsafe.
We got a letter from council threatening us a $300 fine if we continued to do that.
I do not understand what or how we can cause a risk to pedestrians when the cables are covered with what is an approved safety device.
Now, suddenly, their car is much more expensive to run than what they bargained for.
If I'm able to charge the car during the day, it's free because I can use my solar panels. If I charge it at night, it's costing me under $5 to charge fully. But if I go to a commercial installation, it can cost me $60.
And then we're going to have to rely on the charging in the area, which are not easy to find.
John says support for
And I can relate to that because I rented an electric vehicle to drive across the border from New Jersey into Toronto. And without the help of Google Maps, I couldn't locate exactly where the charging infrastructures are, the charging stations are. One of the biggest disadvantage about that, Google Maps doesn't tell you which of the chargers are fast chargers as well as which are the ones are just regular home chargers. So you just drive around and turn up and then look to see for yourself after wasting energy trying to locate this. Meanwhile, VW is worried about the decline in demand for high-end EVs like their Audi Q8 e-tron and how it has created substantial financial strain. High logistic cost and structural challenges at the Brussels plant are significant hurdles, and lowered profit forecasts and substantial unplanned expenses including exchange rate losses and the closure of subsidiary operations are impacting their financial stability, and a decrease in share prices for Volkswagen and the Porsche SE and investor concerns, all that. But look at what people are actually going through. When you actually purchase an electric car, they don't consider these things. Now, how about giving consumers a free charger with every vehicle purchase and not rely on government taxpayer handouts? It's as simple as that. Let's continue.
the drivers of electric cars is stalling.
I think it's an impediment to the take-up of electric vehicles. And we're in a climate emergency. Everything we can do to make it easier to take up electric vehicles should be considered.
Until there are more charging stations, John wants a permit system to greenlight people who can prove their setup is safe.
And if it's acceptable, issue us with a permit, which then gives council protection and gives us protection.
We even took a little test of our own.
Pretty safe to me.
John understands the council is in a difficult position.
Councils are being sued all the time in relation to public liability. I'm a ratepayer in North Sydney Council. I don't want my rates to go any higher than they are because council has to pay legal expenses.
The North Sydney Council didn't address John and Chantel's circumstance. It said it's working to develop an evidence-based approach to electric vehicle policy, but didn't explain what that is. In Melbourne, private trials have been rolled out. This is City of Port Phillip's curbside electric vehicle charger program. After a positive response, it's been extended. These stations will stay an extra 4 years.
Every council in Sydney should be trying new things.
The uptake of electric cars is rising exponentially with every passing year, and we do not have the infrastructure to support them. Unfortunately, if you don't have an off-street car park in Australia, it's really tricky to charge your electric car.
Not only Australia, because all these unplanned expectations came about due to simply us being myopic. More of our employees will lose their jobs. And if we have to go back to the drawing board and try to offer more affordable alternatives, but despite the current challenges, EVs do offer long-term benefits like lower maintenance costs and the promise of environmental sustainability. Basically what they're pushing. But the question remains, can the automotive industry keep pace with the rapid technological push and the shifting consumer concerns in regards to high interest rates, growing vehicle prices, limited options, high inflation, and other continued depletion of disposable income? The Volkswagen situation is a bellwether to the broader market, indicating that while the promise of EVs is compelling, the path to widespread adoption is fraught with obstacles. So for potential buyers, this is a pivotal moment to weigh the benefits of cutting-edge technology against the realities of the current market conditions. Will automakers like VW emerge stronger, setting new benchmark for the industry, or will the hurdles prove too significant? Let's finish up this video.
Susanna Guthrie is the consumer editor at drive.com.au.
This is not the first time we've seen extension cables running across footpaths. We've seen them wrapped around trees, on nature strips. People are trying to find solutions and do the right thing, and they're getting desperate because it is really hard to use public charging infrastructure regularly, and this is the next best thing because councils aren't coming to the table.
There are 2,000 public chargers for the 180,000 electric vehicles in Australia.
In the UK, they're using existing infrastructure like lamp poles and power poles and putting chargers in there. There's around 8,000 of those in London, in fact.
The New South Wales state government is rolling out almost 700 more public charging stations. Until then, John and Chantel worry the plug is being pulled on their electric dreams.
Gone are the days are the 0.99% and zero down marketing that used to lure customers in through the door to have that brand new ride. Now $65,000 average for a new car as well as an electric vehicle is just simply too much for the average man out there. And with the EV mandate up on us, the other hurdle is for existing homeowners and residents to battle with their local HOAs and community guidelines in order to even charge their car after being forced to purchase a brand new vehicle. When will it end? And how much more stress can one endure in an economy and the world right now which seems to be squeezing us from all angles, including our leaders? As usual, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Remember to grab a copy of my ebook, The Party Manager Guide. Please smash that like button on your way out. It will only take you 1.5 seconds to do so. Until next time.